Hello and welcome to the lecture series on monetary economics. In the previous class, we have seen banking services. In today's class, I'll be talking about the functions of a bank. Now, these are the functions on a very comprehensive scale. So, these are further divided, the functions are further divided into primary functions of a bank and secondary functions of a bank. So, first let us look at what are the primary functions and then we move to the secondary functions. Now, primary functions are further classified as acceptance of deposit and granting of loans and advances. Now let us look at what does acceptance of deposits particularly means. In the previous lecture I have talked about the same, but again I'll repeat it because now I'm looking at it from the perspective of functions of a bank, that to the primary functions. So here acceptance of deposits can be in terms of savings deposits from the general public, it can be fixed deposits from the public. Then we have current deposits, that is usually from businesses, and then recurring deposits. I've told you in the previous class that the savings deposits as well as the current deposits are usually termed as the demand deposits, whereas the fixed deposits and the recurring deposits are termed as time deposits. Now, if you know that saving deposits and current deposits are deposits which can be demanded by the people at or demanded by the public at any point in time. On the contrary, when I'm looking at fixed deposits and recurring deposits, they are kept with the bank by the consumer or the public for a fixed period of time, and therefore they cannot ask it arbitrarily at any point in time. They have to inform the bank well in advance to do so, and if they do so, the promise which the bank has given for certain rate of return or rate of interest when they initially deposited the sum with the bank will not be given to them. So this is how you can look at the primary function of a bank in terms of acceptance of deposits. So I hope this idea is pretty much clear. Let us now look at the primary function from the different lens, which is granting of loans and advances. Now these loans and advances can be given in different forms. These can be either overdrafts, then cash credits, then loans, both short term and long term, as well as discounting of bills. Now overdraft means usually what happens is the banks usually give certain minimum amount of money to its consumer with the help of an overdraft. It is just an instrument which is usually given. This happens in terms of, let us understand this with the help of a farmer or agricultural aspect, agricultural aspect of it. So the banks usually give overdraft facilities to the farmers to buy seeds before the sowing season. So what usually happens is the farmers goes to the bank according to its primary function of granting loans and advances. An overdraft of rupees, for example, say 5,000, which is a minimal amount, is given to agricultural aspect, that is purchase of seeds or fertilizers by the farmer. So therefore this is one way of granting loans and advances to one aspect, or one way of giving loans and advances to a consumer, that is in our case it was the farmer for purchase of seeds. Let us now look at something called as cash credit. Now cash credit is usually given to the current deposit holders or current depositors because the quantum of their transaction is daily and it is huge, and on the basis of that, looking at what is the quantum of their transaction with the bank, the cash deposits are usually given to them. So this is again a very short term measure which the bank uses to advance loans as well as advances. So I hope this point, cash credit, is pretty much clear. The sum of money which is being given in terms of cash credit is again low. Then we have something called as a very important aspect, which is loans. Now these loans can be short term and long term, and the amount is huge. So I hope you know how the banks usually look at it. These loans can be for various purposes, and on the basis of that the rate of interest are determined by the bank, and this is how you do it. So the term is also decided before giving loans in terms of or advances in terms of both short term, medium term and long term loans. So I hope this aspect is pretty much clear. Discounting of bills, usually what happens on the basis of its consumers or on the basis of its constituents, the banks discount certain bills before the actual date of it, just to save some money or fees of its consumer itself. So therefore the discounting of bill is done by the bank on behalf of its consumers. So I hope the primary functions and the idea of primary functions of a bank is pretty much clear. Let us now move to something called as the secondary functions of a bank. Now secondary functions can further be classified into two different forms. One is called as the agency functions of a bank, and the other is called as the general utility functions of a bank. Let us now understand first what are the different agency services or functions of a bank. Now obviously it is under secondary functions. So secondary function, the first leg of it, which is agency function, let us look at it. Transfer of funds. Now banks uses different ways in which they can transfer it. They uses immediate IMPS system, that is immediate payment settlement system, or they use something called as EFT, that is electronic fund transfer scheme, or they use something called as RTGS, that is real time gross settlements. So these are different ways in which the bank is transferring funds. For whom? Obviously for its consumers. So that is why it is a function, and to be very precise, a secondary function or agency function of a bank. So these are different ways in which it can do that. Let us now move to the next point, which is periodic payments. Now the banks under secondary functions and under agency functions can do one important aspect or one important thing for their consumer. What they can do is they can give away payments on the behalf of the consumer. For example, I want to pay my electricity bills every month, so I'll tell the bank that, see, I have to pay certain amount of money towards electricity payments, and therefore you can kindly do that on my behalf, and therefore the bank is doing that on behalf of the consumer. So this is how periodic payments can be seen as a agency function or secondary function of a bank. Let us now move to the next, which is collection of checks. Obviously on the behalf of its consumers, the bank is also collecting checks. Let us now move to something which is very important, which is portfolio management. Now portfolio particularly boils down to the various assets which the consumer of the bank is holding. Now banks will guide its consumer to sell or purchase different assets and manage a portfolio. So I hope you can relate this with the help of a photographic portfolio in which there are different poses and different attires, and you have a collection of the same. Similarly, in portfolio management, what usually happens is the bank under its secondary function, which is an agency function, tells its consumer to take different assets or a collection of different assets and manage the same and help in managing the same. So this is how you can look at the portfolio management as a agency function and the secondary function of a bank. So I hope this is pretty much clear. Then periodic collection, again here what the bank was doing, it was paying on my behalf. Here what it is doing is it is collecting on my behalf. So again an important function, and there are different other functions which can be studied under this. So I hope the agency functions are pretty much clear under secondary functions. Let us now move to the general utility functions. Now the general utility functions are what? Lockers or vaults to its consumers. That is, the bank will provide a locker service to its consumers, charge a minimal fee. Yeah, that is again one important thing. Underwriting, which is again an important thing as far as general utility functions are concerned. Then we have project reports. For example, I want to start a small firm, and for that I have to prepare a nice report, and that report can be used to extend loans by the banks. Now that report will include everything in that fashion means what will be the net profits, what will be the net income to be very precise, what will be the net expenditure to be very precise, and the difference between the two will determine my profits, and whether these profits will be distributed further to my different players, if at all we are 2 partners or 3 partners, and all of that. And then what will be the net profit out of everything else, and whether this firm, if at all it starts, will be eligible to repay the loan if at all a bank extends a loan to it. So therefore you require a project report on the behalf of that. Yeah, so this is again an important general utility function and the secondary function which a bank performs. Then we have different welfare programs. For example, bank started there's something called as your own ability or capability to give something back to the society. Yeah, so these are the certain programs under which the banks engage into that. Now for example, under welfare programs, what the banks will do, probably give bags to school children for free. So this is again a welfare program which the bank is running, and it is counted as a general utility function. Now this can be on behalf of any depositor of the bank or on behalf of its own. So this is again important. And then we have any other function which can be classified as general utility function. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear what is effectively happening with respect to the same. Yeah, with respect to the same. So these are the two important functions. One is called as the primary and the other is called as secondary, and the further classification of acceptance of deposits and granting of loans of the primary functions, as well as the agency functions, as well as the general utility functions of the secondary function is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.